Excellent. John, thank you so much. Well, regardless of how the court rules, small business owners across the country are going to be affected with major implications for the bottom line. Joining us now is Clint Greenleaf. He's the founder and CEO of Greenleaf Book Group in Austin, Texas. Clint, thanks so much for joining us. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Melissa.
So you have like 40 employees working for you. How do you think this decision will impact you and your cost of doing business and the number of people you hire?
You know, it's really so much rides on this decision, right? If they decide that everything is legal and they don't disallow any of it, it's going to be really tough for me to be able to grow. If they say that all of it is perfectly illegal and they get rid of it, I'm going to be able to grow a lot faster. And of course, if they go the middle round and say some are bad and some are good, it's going to throw a whole bunch of uncertainty out there. So we have to plan for each of these possibilities out there for us.
Does this come down to you being mean to your employees and not wanting to provide health care? I mean, that's what, you know, the other side would say.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm a tyrant. I'm a horrible person. All these things are realistic. No, I think we have a wonderful benefits package. We usually get rated pretty highly by our staff for that. We do a great job of doing that. We've absorbed much of the cost increases. We've seen about 20% per year increases the last 3 or 4 years. And we've absorbed most of that. The problem is eventually I'm going to run out of money. I can't keep paying more and more. So we've got to find a way to hopefully, cut that down a little bit.
So what's the difference, though? I mean, give me some practical idea of how this has changed for you. Because if you say you're already providing good insurance, then our impression, I mean, we were told if you like the insurance you have, you'll be able to keep it, like everything's good. So if you're already providing nice insurance to your employees, then why is it such a burden to comply with this law?
That's a great question, and I think we've all found out that that's not the case at all, that they're not going to actually allow us to keep our own insurance companies. We've had the exact same policy, and it's gone up about 20% a year as the insurance companies start to try and prepare themselves for the increasing costs that they see down the horizon. So we've actually had a better pool of insurable people. We've had fewer pregnancies, we've had healthier people, and our costs have gone way up because people are trying to find out more about that. And my big risk is that as it gets more and more expensive, I can't afford to give this great care. I might lose some of my best people who I really want to be able to keep. I just can't afford to keep them.
So you would basically have to cut down on your number of employees. Is that how you would deal with the problem? Or would you put some of them to part-time? I mean, or would you go out of business? How would you financially deal with it?
Luckily, we're a successful company, so I think I'd probably just have to cut down other benefits. I might just cut down on some of the free drinks and breakfast tacos and lunches that we have and probably go more to the side of just offering health care only, maybe not having short-term, long-term disability, maybe not having the other benefits, but just taking care of only health insurance, which kind of hurts my employees, really.
Yeah, free drinks. I mean, I don't know if you mean cocktails or what, but it sounds like a great place to work. How closely are you watching this? How closely are you paying attention to it?
I'm really watching it closely, and it's so funny. It's kind of a very intricate dance, right? Because if they strike down the individual mandate, but they require, as John was saying, if they require that everybody still keep the pre-existing condition law intact, there's not a single insurance company that's going to ever write a health insurance policy again because they can't stay in business that way. I mean, why would you ever buy health insurance? You would just wait until you're in the hospital. You break your leg and you're like, oh, now I'll buy health insurance because, I didn't need it until now.
Clint,
so it's really intricate.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for coming on tonight. You know, I like to put a face on who is being impacted by all these policies in Washington because they come into effect and we all debate it. But you have to really go talk to a business owner to figure out how it's really impacting businesses. So thanks for doing that for us tonight. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
If Spain's economy falls, does that spell doom for the rest of Europe? We're going to ask Ambassador John Bolton. That's coming up next. More money right away.